So, namaste everyone. I'm here to give you a tip, information about something very common in the days of ours, every day. And everyone, almost like everyone, believes that time exists and it is present every moment of our lives, and that it's running all the time and spinning like the globe, but that I can explain after in another video. And so in order to you understand what is time and if it really exists, so I can answer you in a very long video explaining everything like Discovery Channel or something like that with special effects and all that, but that doesn't need, because you know I believe in what I believe and you believe in what you believe, and I can tell you that even we are believing in ourselves, we can be believing in the same thing or different ways, but all goes to one thing only. Before this main thing, it is called the yin yang. So always you have to decide who you really are and who you want to be in each moment of your life. So for example, we are always making decisions all the time in our lives. Even for example, if I want to stand up, you make a question to yourself if you really want to stand up. So when you stand up, you already made a question to yourself and you became an answer from yourself. So with who you spoke, is it with yourself? Is it with your soul? Is it with the God, or is it with the higher self? I can tell you, either if you don't believe in God, or you don't believe in yourself, or you don't believe in the soul, or nothing like that, even if you don't believe it, that you are making a question to yourself, always goes, all these different types of meanings, all connects to one. So for example, you had to make a decision to stand up. So this is so fast that you don't even notice. So if you quiet your mind, you quiet your mouth and stop speaking and start to hear, that is called like meditation, but you can call it what you want. So this is our senses. So what we see, what we hear, what we taste, and all that. When we speak, we are not using our, how can I say, it's not a power, because everyone has it. They just decide to forget that in order to realize something different, to arrive in one moment of their life to the same meaning. So that is all about a decision. So let's get back to the topic. When you say time exists because the sun starts there and finish there and always rotating everything, yes, but I can tell you that is an illusion of yours, because everyone sees things in a different way. For example, what it would be if you visit a new civilization, or even if you don't meet a new civilization, but you meet a civilization from this earth in the middle of the jungle or something, and you ask them if time really exists. They can tell you time doesn't exist, and you say, but the sun is orbitating and everything. He can tell you that is an illusion, but for me, I see that the sun needs to run his direction, but that doesn't mean that that has time. For example, do you mean that if time is really true, then you mean that time, in order to time exist, needs velocity, needs a speed? For example, it can't be stopped. So that doesn't have anything to do with have a speed or velocity, or so. That doesn't mean anything. For example, which state are you living every moment of your life? Not the state where you live, it's state of the self. You can't live the future. For example, you can imaginate the future in your head, but you are in the present moment of now. For example, if you imaginate the past, that doesn't mean that you are in the past, or that doesn't mean that the past has passed by, because you are realizing the past right now in this present moment. So if you are not present in the present moment of now, it's impossible for you to realize the future or the past. So, for example, when you stand up, you knew that you were dreaming, but that doesn't mean that the dream was the past. Only because you are standing up and the dream is finished. That doesn't mean that had a speed. Just imagine yourself. It's really an illusion. For example, only because the things are orbiting around you, like the sun, the moon, and birds, animals, nature, everything around you, and the things that you have lived, that doesn't mean that there's a distance. For example, any time that you remember the past, then automatically you are bringing the past to the present moment of now. Anytime you realize something about the future that you are building now to get there, you are bringing the future to you automatically. So in order the future to exist in your imagination, you are creating from the present moment of now. So if you are not in the present moment of now, you don't exist. So the greatest gift that the higher self has given us, or the God has given us, it's the same, is the present moment of now. So realize, even the language, it's not made by